Hello, welcome. This is a Edexcel C4 June 2008 paper. Now this is question 1. It's a typical trapezium rule question. Try to think of actually what it was then. The only difference is that makes this a C4 question is the trig function that we're dealing with here. Okay, so we're told that the equation is this curve is y equals e to the power of 0.5 x squared. Okay, we're given this little sketch to kind of imagine it. Doesn't really matter, but you don't have to do anything with it at all. Okay, so obviously we've got it starts at where x is 0 and goes up to where x is 2, and they've given us this table values of x increasing 0.4 each time from 0.4 to 2. Okay, they've filled in some y values as well, which is quite nice. So we've got for when x is 0, we've got y is e to the power of 0. When x is 0.4, y is e to the power of 0.08. When x is 1.2, we've got e to the power of 0.72, etc, etc. Okay. So obviously they're all in terms of it, so exact values. So weirdly enough, I'd assume we probably have to do the same, which is what exactly we did. I was trying to, smooth there, but let's see, messed up because I couldn't speak English. So I do apologise about that. But I've only been English for near enough 18 years, so whatever. Okay, so what we do now is sub in the remaining x values to get the missing y values. It's only worth 1 mark, so it's quite simple. Okay, now I'm just going to fill in these values. It's just a simpler case of y is equal to 0.5 y is equal to the power of 0.5 times 0.8 squared, okay, which gets you y's e to the power of 0.32. Okay, and then the only missing one is where x is 1.6, so it's y is equal to the 0.5 to the power of y is equal to e to the power of 0.5 times 1.6 squared, which gets you e to the power of 1.28. Okay, because we're all to do decimal places, apart from the last one really. Okay, so that's the missing values there. As I said, you can check online, but it's quite self-explanatory. Now, this next part asks us to work out the area according to the trapezium rule. Now, the only thing I find a little bit confusing about this is the number of strips, because it hasn't told us the number of strips, where in C2 I think it did, and there we just have to work it out. Now it's always, when they give you a table of values like this, it's always the number of values. So in this case we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we've got 6 x values. I'm crazy counting. You take 1 away from that and that gets you the number of strips, and that's because where x is 0, there's no area on the left of that to count a strip, okay? And if we counted the area on the right, we'd be counting the area of the next strip, okay? If you can think of it like that. So really, the essence of it is, the number of strips when you give you a table is 1 take the amount of values, okay? So it's 6 take 1, sorry, 1. The number of values take 1, sorry. So therefore we've got 5 strips because we've got a table of 6 different values. So therefore you just sub this into h, divide 5 for h, which is obviously 2 take 0 over 5. Which is 2/5, which is 0.4. Okay, then it's just a case of subbing the values into the trapezium rule, as shown above. I'm pretty sure that's given in your formula sheet as well. Okay, so it's just a case of it's 0.4 over 2, which is 0.2, obviously. The last y value and the first y value, so it's e to the 2. Now, even though we know e to the 0 is 1, I'm still writing e to the 0. So it looks like you're still using the values they give you, and you're not just plucking a new value out from somewhere. Okay, plus 2 times the remaining y values, which is e to the power of 0.08, plus e to the power of 0.32, plus e to the power of 0.72, plus e to the power of 1.28. Okay, and then you just sub all that into your calculator. Okay, remember this is the estimate for the area R, so you might want to put that as being equal to your calculations. Okay, not just saying the white space is equal to this. Okay, if you were to work out, it asks us to 4 significant figures, so if you round it to 4 significant figures, you get 4.922. Don't forget to write the square units, okay, because we're working out an area and it's not a volume. Okay, so you just don't forget to put square units on the end of that, and that is pretty much the question. Okay, so it's quite a nice 4 marks to start the paper. I mean, it's only the first question, so it's not going to be anything too strenuous, I would have thought anyway. So, as I said, there's nothing more to it than that. It's just a case of applying the trapezium rule to this question. As I said, that could have easily been a C2 question, but they just put the trig function in from C4. So, as I said, hopefully that's been helpful, and as I always say, please do let me know if there's anything that you want me to go over again in that question, or if you want me to have another go at it. Please do let me know. One sec, just double check this. Yep. Okay, so that's pretty, as I said, that's it. We hope to see you, there's another guy on the left of me, just proves how tired I am at the moment. So anyway, thanks for watching, I will see you in question 2.